Qing's prose talking about sex at present. The trend of talking about sex is booming again, which is probably based on Froth's theory, Ellis's idea, and many records of talking about sex in ancient China. I have no research on this Tao, so I can only speak in layman terms as an ordinary person, ordinary people, so they are different from experts. I thought sex was an art, but talking about sex was a science. It would not work to engage in art with a scientific mind. It is said that when the emperor of the Qing dynasty gets married, he will be asked to observe the joyful Buddha beforehand. Whether he will become proficient in it is unknown. According to the facts, the emperor does not love the queen very much. This may be because the age for marriage stipulated by the royal family is too young, and both men and women, especially the man, have not yet become interested in sex, or even do not understand it at all. Even among the common people, marriages often occur at an early age, and newlyweds are almost a little afraid of each other, fearing that if they make a mistake, the other party will laugh at them. There is no urgent need for sex. Just like eating, if you don't wait until you are hungry, you will eat. Of course, it will be less enthusiastic, but it will also be less perverted. People in old-style marriages always live together till old age. Even if it is a non-marital intercourse, the woman is willing to stay together forever. Women who are obsessed with sex are happy. They only have limited sexual experience and think that all men in the world are like this, but they have no other ideas. Men are not necessarily so honest. No matter in ancient times or today, with very few exceptions, most of them are probably of two or more colors. After a man has tried many times, he has naturally gained more experience and become more skilled. On the contrary, he can often make his wife obey. It seems strange at first to see many decent women working desperately for their frivolous and unfaithful husbands, but it suddenly makes sense when you think about it carefully. But is the foundation of marriage all there? Neither. I heard that many Westerners who are overly scientific believe that both men and women must have a physical examination before marriage. First measure the length of the male organ, and then compare it with the depth of the woman's uterus to see if it is suitable. This is extremely cautious. That's true, but after a woman gives birth, her uterus becomes ineffective and her uterus is bound to expand. It's really helpless. All these are the troubles of human beings, and animals don't pay much attention to this. As long as the spring period comes, the male and female will always fall in love at first sight regardless of age, beauty, or ugliness, and whether they have equal abilities. A quick search will surely save the seeds. Somehow, the more civilized human beings are and the more they pay attention to hygiene, the weaker their body's resistance becomes. The same is true for sexual ability. It is said that the savage Black Forest people are much better than white people. Therefore, no matter how the law punishes them, white wives or young ladies are still happy to bribe black slaves. It is said that the Chinese are not too bad either. It is said that the Yellow Emperor had the skill of courting women. There are also some modern people who are proud of having many concubines and can handle them well. In fact, it is not known how well, because women from good families often do not know this level, and prostitutes are top-notch and are used to pretending to be dead. And they often say they can't take it anymore, so men are also complacent, thinking that their work is indeed successful, but they don't want to hear what they say in private. In fact, I think that only a sex life with true love can satisfy people. And even if there is true love, you should cherish the blessings. Don't hang out together day and night, because the stimulation will be too much and you will become numb. Some people often feel that newlyweds are not working, but the results are gradually improving. This is not because of the improvement of their physical strength or skills, but because they have had more contacts and the excitement has decreased. So naturally, it is not easy to reach the state of madness. Many old couples are as close as brothers. You don't think of me as a woman, and I don't think of you as a man. They are pleasing to the eye and live a satisfying life, but there is no sexual stimulation. Many wives do not prohibit their husbands from drinking at home at night, because after drinking, he behaves like some husbands, and on other days, he behaves like a father, son, or brother. Women who are diligent in giving birth often have little sexual desire. Isn't it true that women with fewer desires have more children? Sometimes girlfriends talk about sexual experiences when they are chatting together. Many wives told me that they have never had sexual pleasure, but they have raised many children in pain. But they don't want to do it again because they feel it shouldn't happen. The social butterfly has made an exception and simply seeks to be more realistic. However, the sad thing is that it is not easy to be happy in reality, because the other party is not very happy either. At most, happiness is halfway through, and he gets tired of it. And she is also sad, and it ends hastily, even for the sake of physical happiness. I also advocate the importance of spiritual love.
Alright, this part of the story ends here.
Want to know what happened next? Let's listen to the breakdown next time.